All right. Oh shit! It went away. Fuck it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Graveyard Shift Gratuitous Talk Horror. I'm your host, Hayden, and this is your co-host, Graham.
Hello. Can we have one normal intro for one of these videos?
No,
I think you do on purpose at this point.
maybe,
Is this going to be our thing?
maybe.
Okay, anyway, today we are talking about the big movie that's out right now,
Yes,
Iron Man.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, but I am surprised of like how much he has surpassed a lot of movies that also came out.
Not only that, expectations.
Oh yeah, he has surpassed expectations.
And one thing I do kind of want to say is something I think we both will agree on, even if we kind of, I don't want to say critique the film, but like even like if we quote unquote critique the film, we still are extremely proud of Markiplier
Oh yeah,
and extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? I've had this whole thing planned since we've decided we were doing this. Um,
I don't know. This is you.
but we're extremely
Admire.
admire,
We still admire the guy
um, admire and just appreciate what he's done for, you know,
for the pretty much YouTube in general. I mean,
yeah. Um, and one thing I want to say, I've seen this movie 2 times.
yeah, you got to see it when it first came out. I wasn't able to because I had to go on vacation
Yeah.
with family. So
So this is the second weekend of the showing, and I was like the other day I was basically, hey, they're showing the movie again because I know you're kind of upset that you couldn't
yeah,
see it,
I was upset that I couldn't see it.
and I was like,
I didn't know it was coming back to theaters, and then you,
well, neither did I.
yeah, I was like, I missed my chance.
And I was like, hey, I will go see with this again with you.
And to show you that we did go, I snacked up from earlier.
And the candy. So them the
Oh yeah,
candy.
and the candy.
And candy. And I have your phone with you.
You have the popcorn somewhere.
It's
It's
upstairs.
upstairs.
I don't eat popcorn, so actually I was really snacking on that quite a bit.
I was very tempted to grab the whole bag from you in the car on the way home.
I was snacking on that quite a bit after I got into my car.
I got like a little bit left.
I have a thing of cookie dough in the
I
other
was
room,
eating
but
this
I'm
throughout the.
saving it.
I don't know if you saw. I was eating this throughout the movie.
Oh, this
I
thing
finished.
me.
I finished the box of Junior Mints.
I know you did. I forgot you got the junior mints, and I was like, why do I smell something minty? And I looked over, and you were just like snacking on
Oh
them. I
yeah,
was like, ah.
I love Junior Mints.
No, I got the cookie dough. That's my seasonal
Oh,
thing. I always get cookie dough at the movie theaters because it's the only time I get it. And mind you, I've seen 4 movies this year, and we're not even like 1 week in February.
I don't really get candy at movie theaters. I used to when I was a kid, but now it's just like I'll stick with the popcorn. But I was not craving popcorn because before we left, I was eating lunch.
I know,
You
yeah.
walked in on my wife and I eating lunch.
No, I know, but you knew I was coming over at that
I
time,
know.
and I completely misjudged what time the movie started because I thought it was 12:30. I'm like, guys, it is 12:15. We have to go.
No, I knew it was at 12:45.
I don't know why I thought it was 12:30.
I was like, didn't I? Did you look them up? Or did you look at a different theater, maybe?
No, I just got the time wrong.
Okay. But yes, we're talking about Iron Lung today. And before we go into the movie, um, I just want to say, like, we've both grown up with Markiplier.
Oh yeah. I've been watching Markiplier at least since high school.
Yeah. Because I know I started YouTube around the same time he did. But most of the games I played was like after he posted, I was like, fuck, I gotta know what's the next game to go play. Because I knew like every time he plays, like, oh, that's cool. I want to go next.
One of my earliest memories of Markiplier, this is like maybe a few weeks into me watching him. I was I think I was on my laptop in the living room, and my mom walked by, and she's like, "Who's that guy? What? Why is he talking to you?" I'm like, I'm like, He's not. This is a YouTube video." Because you saw the webcam right there.
That makes
Just
sense.
it does, but like that's one of my earliest core memories of Markiplier
Well,
right there.
with how YouTube and gaming was, like, not everybody understood. My parents today still don't get that when you're playing online, you can't pause a game. and it annoys me. Just playing GTA and all of a sudden it's like pause your game and come eat. It's like I can't pause if
Now,
I'm in the middle of a mission.
one thing I will say, Markiplier wasn't the YouTuber that got me into horror games.
Hmm. Uh, I don't. I think he's the one who got me into horror games. I don't didn't watch anyone else besides like Vanoss Gaming or Jacksepticeye.
Um, I mean, he's the one who helped me like horror games, but he wasn't the one who got me into them. I,
Like cats eating. I was like, what the hell
yeah.
is that noise?
Uh, my nephew's over, so's a dog, so we have all three cats somewhere down here with us. Oh, you'll probably hear him running, and that's him squealing. That's life of a 2-year-old right there. Anyway, there's a YouTuber, Paperbat VG was his name.
Never heard of him.
Um, he posted the game Penumbra that I watched, and then he also posted Walking Dead. That's how I got into Walking Dead, was through him.
Mm.
I don't remember which one came first. I just remember having the thought on one of those two games, Penumbra or Walking Dead, and I remember thinking, this is scary, and I don't like scary things, but I want to try this.
Last one.
I know, I was watching you. And I ended up just falling in love with it. I don't remember how I found out about Markiplier.
I found out because Five Nights at Freddy's was or Slenderman was becoming the top game at the moment, and then I saw him playing it, and that got me started into playing video games. Him and Vanoss Gaming.
No, there's one.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, over the years of high school and watching him, I'm glad I got to meet him in person at least once.
yeah, I've never met him. You have. I have
I
not.
have.
I would like to someday. Because, like, one thing I so appreciate is he was making, videos about the movie and stuff. And, one, you can tell by his voice, like, how much of it is a passion
Yes.
and, like, how much he cares about the people, the crew and stuff. Because, he saw how much money he was making and all of that. And he was like, I can give them bonuses.
Yes.
And I'm like, that is just Markiplier, you're wholesome, and we love you.
Yes. What I wouldn't give to actually like meet him again and just shake his hand, or at least get a picture with him that this time. Because all I got from him, and I will admit, I'm glad I got it because I went to a YouTube con after high school for my like first year of college. I got like signatures of him, Vanoss,
Where was that?
um, LA.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah,
But
I
we didn't talk a whole lot that first year of
no.
college.
After high school, you and I like split, and then we came back because
Even like I would say middle school, kind of split. We still kind of occasionally saw each other outside hi in the hallway and
yeah.
stuff. Um, and then like second year of college is when we
Oh yeah, when we picked up again because you and I ended up with the same job.
well same job and our schedules at college kind of coincided
Yeah.
more. Um, I mean the job definitely helped, and that's really what made us more into friends later in life and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, back in those days.
By the way, that's another reason why it took me so long to get here is because I kept looking for that book that has his autograph in it because I
Oh,
remember distinctly that it has Markiplier and little tiny box Tim in the corner. And that's the only way you can tell that you have a legit Markiplier signature or autograph is he has tiny box Tim on it.
um, one thing I do want to say is I was like reading comments on, I don't remember what video it was. It was a Markiplier video or just a review of Iron Man. But someone's like, if Markiplier makes a studio, he should make it Tiny Box Tim Studios.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, that one.
Either Tiny Box Tim Studios or just Tiny Box Studios.
Yeah, either one
Or
would be perfect.
oh yeah. And just have Tiny Box Tim as the mascot.
Yes. Oh,
Like you gotta
100%.
have like Tiny Box and like him on the corner, like
Oh, yeah.
presenting like this.
um,
I want Tiny Box Studio.
and one thing I also thought was kind of funny, I don't have any of these comments pulled up or anything, but someone said on the Iron Man trailer that it was quite jarring watching the trailer because there was no logos.
Yeah,
Because you know how like every single trailer has to have like five different logos before you actually get to the 1 minute trailer. Because they
yeah,
spend the first half of the trailer just logos.
yeah.
Donnie, I don't know if have you seen the Iron Man trailer?
I've seen a few,
Okay, so
but I don't know which one you might have watched.
it was the one that was posted. It was the
This is the
final
one
trailer.
he posted?
Yeah, it was like one
Okay.
of the final trailers. And you know, there's just no logos. It's just straight up the movie.
Yeah.
And I just like that. So this is obviously a big indie project.
Yes.
This was you can just get
It's
used
like
to
watching the movie all over again.
it.
And we're in the sub.
Yeah. So anyway, we have a new backdrop. This is well, not really new.
No.
This was one I was digging out, and I was like, "This works because it has the blood spots, so and it kind of looks like
Rustic.
rustic, kind of like maybe in a submarine type vibe."
Didn't you get this when we first started off?
Yeah, this is the second one I got. I've had this one for a while. It's gonna be for zombie movies. I mean, still is gonna be for zombie movies.
We should have steamed it to get the creases out.
I know. I didn't think about the Steam mode until like much later.
Well,
And then I didn't know when you were gonna be on your way, so I didn't bother calling you.
no, I was too busy looking for the little book.
You know,
I think I know where it is. It's gonna be stupid if it's in my car because that's where I used to have it for a while. Was in my car.
I'm gonna get a text later. Like, found it in my call.
If I find it, if I do, I'm gonna send him a picture, and then I'm gonna post it on you can post it on our YouTube channel as like one of the pictures.
On the Steam one?
No,
Oh,
of the autograph.
okay. I was really confused.
No, because that way everyone knows like this is how you know you have a legit Markiplier. Because I know some people that claim they met Markiplier and they got an autograph, but they don't have proof, and they go like, yeah, here's his autograph, and it's just like Markiplier, not even like his fancy font. It's just straight like print Markiplier. Like that's not his autograph.
Um, so we have a bit of a different setup actually on our thing. We have I
We finally have like a
well, we've had this a
Excel
few
file.
times, but this is a little bit different layout, and I want to try it, and I think it makes more cohesive sense. But one thing I really love when I was actually doing research for all this, because I'm the person who does research, he
I do the editing.
editing. So I'm the one who like gets all the descriptions and the actors' names and all of that.
Yeah, you do all the behind the scenes. That just make us look pretty.
Yes. And one of the guys, Mark Limo, right there. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know.
Where are you pointing? That's Mike, not Mark.
Oh, Mike, Limo. I don't know.
Lauer.
But
Mike
anyway,
Lauer.
Lao.
Lauer.
Anyway, his character name inside the movies, the guy who told you to cross the wires.
Oh.
And I just found that so funny when I was doing all of this. Because that's such a weird name.
Was that in the credits?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, because I was watching out for it, so like in the credits it was.
I was reading it and I was like seeing like trying to make sure like who is in there. 'Cause
Yeah.
once you mentioned Jacksepticeye was in, I didn't know he was.
Neither did I. And then they mentioned the name Jack.
Yeah, it's just
And I
Jack.
was like, oh, that's a cool reference to Jackson's guy. And then
Yeah, then you see
it's
Sean McLaughlin is playing Jack.
yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, it is him.
I tried pointing out just because I didn't really notice it when I first watched it.
Oh, that's another autograph I have. I have Sean's.
You do? Okay.
And his is the septic eye in the corner.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have Jacksepticeye right there, Mark Plow right there, and then Ava and David. I think David was
I don't remember David.
the second voice, during the second descent.
Oh, the one that tried to calm him down
Yeah,
after doing the X-ray scene.
yeah, yeah. I think that was David, but he never really say. One thing I do want to say before we really start like our in-depth review is some of the
I don't want to.
music was louder than the voices, so it's hard to hear what they were saying.
For this video, I would like to not like to go through the whole movie, but like give our best critiques on it.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that way we don't ruin it for other people who have not seen. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it.
What we can do is just kind of do that in the beginning and then kind of at the end go through the movie,
No,
and that
okay.
can be our spoiler section.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Um, yeah, so like one thing, if I was going to critique anything, is
Oh, okay.
sometimes the music was louder than the voices.
Yeah, at the very beginning it was like that.
Well, I noticed it mostly during the second descent.
Oh, I noticed at the very beginning, like how he was talking loud, then music got louder, his voice was getting softer, and then all of a sudden the music stops and he's loud again.
Yeah. But
Which
like,
I can see is how to build for suspense.
but I will say the music, amazing.
Oh, the music was
That was directly on point, exactly what it should have been.
I w I there I love when people make indie films because I've done my own,
Mm.
but there are ideas in this one which I wish throughout the entire movie I was thinking back when I was doing my own. I was like, I wish we got scenes like this.
There was so many cool shots
I know.
inside it. There was this one shot of like the camera like sweeping down the council,
Yes.
and I was like, that is awesome.
Just how he like the up close shots of his hands, like
Yes.
turning the dials and like the getting up close and watching the sweat and everything.
Yeah.
Like I wish I got shots like that when I was doing mine.
Yeah. No, like this cinematography, honestly, just as good as Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
And
And I don't I've seen a lot of people who and I'm glad that Hollywood was throwing a fit about like how we're going down because they didn't think about scouting like people who do YouTube videos because they have years of experience. Like you could
oh yeah.
scout these people to edit videos, but they don't.
Yeah. And
But I wish they did because like you could get shit like this. This is a lot better than the shit they've been putting out, especially Disney. No, well, have to say it. Disney right now with the whole new animation shit they have.
well, not even that live action. The
That and
live action
the live
movies.
action and the animation is shit right now.
I mean, I will admit, some of the live action is decent. Um,
Some of it, but none of
I
it.
do like Beauty and Beast. That was a pretty good one.
That was a while ago.
That was like one of the first ones.
Oh,
I'm talking about the old live
okay. The
action
older
ones.
live actions, yes, but the
Um,
newer ones are shit.
Aladdin. I really liked Aladdin.
They could have been improved that a little bit more.
It could have been, but I did actually
What are
semi.
you doing, Fino? He was messing with my code.
He's smoky other cats. I will say actually about the Aladdin one, I kind of like it more than the cartoon one, just
No.
because no. There was one scene that had me laughing so hard I was crying.
What?
It was it's been a while since I've only seen it like two times. It was when Aladdin very first enters the throne room
Hmm.
and he's with the genie, Princess Dad Jasmine and Princess Jasmine's dad, the king. And like he's just talking and like he's stumbling and messing up everything. And the genie's like trying to give him advice and it's just not working at all. I found that scene so funny.
See, I never got okay. I watched it once, but I never got into where I was like, ah, yeah, I'd watch this again. Like, I feel like the writing could have been better, or just the yeah, most of the writing should have been better.
Yeah. I also
The CGI was good. It's just the writing was shit.
I also really like the song Speechless.
I don't care for it.
Um, I don't know. That's
I
just
understand that like they're trying to incorporate like a woman's song into it and all that, but I no.
I don't know. I just really liked it. I think it was mainly her vocals because she's a really good singer.
Yeah, but
Whoever
if you're
does.
gonna recreate a movie, recreate it scene for scene. Don't just throw in extra scenes.
But see, I'm okay with them like changing some things up too.
If it was in like if they're making the scene and like she threw it in there, yeah, then by all means, sing away. Like if you were doing the whole you have a friend like me and then all of a sudden threw in like an extra scene in the middle of a song, I'm fine with that. But if you're gonna go off and just do this whole bit that was never even in the movie in the first place, I don't find the appeal.
No, treat so
Yeah.
Anyway, one thing I also want to say,
This is what
kind of, and
opportunity is we get so fucking distracted.
this is why we have ADHD.
No
You and I
shit.
need to be medicated.
I was medicated.
So was I.
Yeah, I'm off of it.
So am I. I've been off of it since like second grade.
You waited till second grade to get off of it?
Maybe first. I don't know.
Dude, I didn't get off until after high school.
Yeah, I want to say my first grade teacher emailed my parents saying she never noticed I had dimples before because they forgot to give me my medication one morning. And they're like, huh, maybe we shouldn't be giving medication.
I didn't. I was put on it like around fifth or sixth grade because I had a very hard time focusing in class.
Oh, trust me, I still have a hard time focusing. Like, that's evident. Anyway,
I know. Keep going.
I lost my
We're
train of
talking about
thought.
the movie Markiplier's movie Iron Lung.
Oh, so
You had to wait for me to say that.
no, I had to regain my train of thought, and it wasn't until you said Iron Man I was like, oh wait, I was going to talk about the game.
Excuse me. Yes. Again.
Um, so when I very first watched the game, I didn't watch like his entire video on it, just because I didn't really find the whole big appeal of it. Um, Now I do. Now I think the game's great. That was like old me. So when I very first watched the game, I was like, how on earth is Mark going to make an entire movie about this?
Well, yeah, I could see that because I vaguely remember watching it because I remember watching it in my bedroom when it came out,
Mm,
and it just felt like another uh, what would you say? It's not an RPG game.
indie horror game.
Indie horror game where it's first person view only and you're doing all this shit. But his adds more depth and feel to this story.
Oh yeah. No, it
Because the other
definitely
one, you just like, oh yeah, I'm over here, and you have to press arrows to move around the ship.
it definitely expands it more,
Yes.
but it still feels like the game.
Yeah.
Because I did rewatch the game after seeing it the first after last weekend when I saw it. And I was like, okay, the movie still feels like the game,
Mm.
and it's still very accurate to what the game does.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't think I honestly think this is one of the most accurate video game movies out there.
The one thing I was surprised about with this movie is how the camera quality on it, not the whole film, the camera quality of the ship, matched, like the images
Oh
matched
yeah,
perfectly to the game.
actually, I found this funny because I was watching some of his later videos on Iron Man earlier today,
Hmm.
and he was and it was the cheat update where you could put in cheat codes for the game,
Hmm.
and he was saying that in that when he was designing the ship for his movie and stuff, and the actual ship in the game does not have a speaker.
Oh, it didn't?
No, it did not. So in the cheat update, the dev David, I'm not going to try pronouncing that last
Were
name.
you playing
David.
Samaski?
Yeah. Dave, that's the creator of Iron Man, the video game.
Oh, okay.
And David, put in a speaker in a cheat update that you could put in a cheat code and it has a spawn.
Hmm. I didn't. I don't. I didn't pay that much attention to that. I knew about the whole like
Well, I never knew that until
sitting on the console and watching the blood on the window. That I remember from the game.
yeah, no, I just found out really funny when I was watching that this morning that the actual Iron Man in the video game does not have a speaker.
Huh.
But that's like such a big plot point in the movie.
Well, I'd have to go back and look now.
I know. Have you ever played Iron Man?
I have not. I knew about it when he did it. I've seen the things for it. I just wasn't a. I like playing horror games, but that was not a game that I wanted to play at the time.
I
Because the one first person games where you're just doing the whole like
so like the Five Nights at Freddy type stuff where you're
no, no,
just
no, I can handle the 5 minutes for it's the
okay,
pixelated where you're just sitting there doing one thing. It's like you got to have more. Like, have you ever,
gotcha.
what is it? The game, I think it's called Okie Dokie, if I remember correctly. It's some anime game, where it's like you have like, oh yeah, character spawns here and they have the text underneath, and then they disappear. Another character like those games, I kind of get annoyed by them, and that's how this one felt to me
Gotcha. Which is fair.
because it's just nothing but the window, the console, and text on the bottom, and it's like I want more action in this.
But I think it's the unknowing that is good
Oh
for
yeah, like when the
especially
creature shows up in the game, like yeah, it got better.
yeah. Um I don't know, to me it's the unknowing that you don't know what's going to happen. Because you can't see anything and all you have is the camera. Um and I will say I ended up bought the game last Saturday because it's like $3 on Steam, by the
No,
way. So like if you do want to get like now's the time.
okay.
And it's actually pretty good. It's not my type of game, but I did like go through like the first corners. The first I think maybe the first two corners, just kind of see what I thought of the game. And it's pretty good. Not my type of moving
Yeah,
game.
the whole point in clicking and stuff does not.
Yeah.
It gets annoying.
Um, but Mark Aplau apparently loved it so much he
Yeah,
made
everyone has
entire
their own feel.
entire freaking movie about it. And it
Which,
worked.
to be honest, I am surprised. Like, yes, I can understand he put his hard work and money into this game. Like, sure, but I would have enjoyed to see him in like Five Nights at Freddy's, or if there was a Slenderman movie if he showed up into it.
Yeah, but
Because
like
they came out with a Slenderman game right now.
I also
Besides the
see
documentary,
I also see why he chose this game, just because it was so unknown.
yeah.
Like if he did like a Five Nights at Freddy movie, people I think would have had higher expectations, or like a Slumberman movie. They would have had higher expectations. And honestly, this one makes sense too, because it could still be low budget.
What about if he did Amnesia? Because I know you like Amnesia, and he's played it.
I would kill for a Mesa game.
A movie, you mean?
Movie. And another game. I would kill for a new Mesa game. We really need to do the bunker.
You in this bunker.
It's one of the best Amnesia games. Anyway, um, like I also understand like budget wise, this was
Well,
a really good one to make because you could just have that one set and not have to worry about multiple sets.
I was gonna say they put a lot of work and the detail into this.
Oh yeah, no, and like I don't think you have gone that if you made like a Snow game or Five Nights at Freddy game.
Possibly, and probably not as much as work as they did put into this, because really it's just mainly the sub, which is
Yeah,
just a small ass room,
yeah.
and maybe a would you count the scene where you see the woman, a green screen behind her?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out.
It kind of looks like it would have been a green screen with how detailed everything was.
I don't know. I don't know. Because they could have also just kind of like written out like a whalehouse type thing.
That's a lot of equipment to be able to pull that shit off.
I don't know. Because like I know also have you seen the behind the scenes here? Hold on.
No, I'm not.
Let me show you.
Again, you do more research than I do.
Um
Mm. Dude, sitting in that dark theater really made me tired.
what do you I don't play. Okay. Um so this was like the set. Um
We don't want to turn it up.
no, I don't want like us to get
See, I
copyrighted.
knew it was box room. Yeah.
So like I don't know, like that kind of looks like a whalehouse type thing already.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if they like set up like a little corner of the whalehouse to shoot that one scene, which they could have very well pulled off.
It might have been the control station for that.
It could have been that too. Like,
We had that box room. I've seen it. A lot of movies do that. They do that mostly for specific rooms.
yeah.
So like, what movie was it? There's a movie where they're all in a room and the room turns over.
Oh, It's not escape room.
No, I think it's like it wasn't Inception, was it?
Interstellar?
It could have been Interstellar or Inception, is what I think.
Um,
But like any of the movies where they had with the
yeah.
ring turns,
Um,
that's not the camera turning. That's literally them in the
oh
box
yeah.
that's being like in the giant cylinder just shifting. But his
The
is a platform box where it shifts.
if you know the movie Poseidon, 2006.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, when the Poseidon Adventure,
okay.
right?
Somewhat.
Ship gets hit by a wave and it caps.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's how they did the Poseidon movie in 2006. Was they actually had like a set that like was on like one of those things,
Yeah.
and that's how they were able to like do all that. Um. Okay.
I will
So
admit, but for the scenes that are in the movie, I'm surprised they pulled it off in that entire box.
right, right. I kind of wonder if they had like certain cameras like in different like around the ship.
I feel like if they did, well, usually for the box they would have one on either end of the caps,
Yeah.
or they probably put them in the corners or like all
Yeah.
along the where they meet. But for some of the scenes to be pulled off, especially the drop,
The drop is the both of the drop scenes are really
imagine
great.
how he would have done that. Because if they just raised it up enough and then just let it fall, and he was like, "I'm okay with this, just do it."
Yeah. Well, he did have a stunt person.
Yeah,
I did see that inside the credits this time. There was a actual stunt person
but
for
could you
Mark.
imagine like if that were the thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, one thing I also want to talk about is the camera inside the movie was very accurate to how it works. Well, not how it works, but how it looks inside the game.
I know they use a few fisheye lenses from what it looks like, but then they had a lot of high, n- not,
Well, I'm saying like the picture quality,
yeah.
like how the pictures look whenever you're inside the game.
Oh yeah.
Like it's that black and white grainy type filter.
The camera qualities, the fisheye they used a few times. That's what
So
was
it
the
was like itches really badly.
so okay. You're making me do that. But the close-ups on his face was the fisheye lens. Anything on the corner or like the speaker camera, that's a fisheye almost. But the ones that shoot up on his hands, that's at least I have an
That's
alarm going off. That's not a fisheye. That's the one of those either the millimeter lens ones, so that we can get close up detail. And I think that's what they shot it with. Or they had a very 8K camera.
yeah. Um, I still think he managed to pull off
The
an
equipment
incredible.
used for this that has to be a pretty penny.
Oh yeah, but like it made. I know last weekend it made like 7 times the budget.
Oh no, I remember him putting I think it was a tweet out, and he's like, "I'm so glad I was able to pay off the equipment." I'm like, oh god.
Do you want to kind of get into the spoilery type stuff?
I don't know how much we will reveal, but we can.
I mean, I'm gonna go through the beats of the movie at least.
Let's not go like back to back, but let's just do
No,
like
no, no.
let's do
Okay.
our favorite scenes. A few of our favorite scenes.
See, there's a few things I really want to talk about.
Well, I don't want to go too far into the detail because I don't want to spoil it for people.
Okay, how's this? If you have not seen this movie, go see it.
Yes. If you have seen the movie, stay here and listen.
Yes. Also, I want to mention one thing before I'm gonna mention this.
What?
You don't jump a lot.
No, I don't jump a lot. I really don't jump at horror movies. My wife does. Oh my God, dude, before you go into this, we were watching a horror game. I jump when she jumps. I jump from her.
What game?
Okay, it's like King Wolves or something. He does like other indie horror games like Mark does, but he plays these games, and when he sees a jump scare or any jump scare that comes up, she jumps so much and screams. It freaks me out. It's like, what the hell was that? Like I can handle the video game. I can handle horror
Okay, I need
movies.
to watch a whole video game with you guys now.
Yeah, because whenever she gets scared, like, oh my God, it throws me out because I'm not ready for it. Because she's over there quiet, bundled up like this. I'm like, okay, she's not gonna scream. Screams. What the fuck? Sorry, sweetie, for throwing you under the bus, but you do that, and it scares the hell out of me.
I want to watch a video game with you guys now.
I mean, by all means, if you want,
Um,
we can do it in our game because we got the surround sound speaker.
yeah, that's the one with like the big couch and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But yes,
Um,
go ahead. Tell them.
so this wasn't even part of the movie,
No,
mind you.
this was
This was a trailer. So
for the passenger.
yes. So if you have not seen the trailer, a guy drinks like an entire thing of water, and he's like, oh, I won't have to go.
There's two guys in the car. They're driving.
I was gonna get there.
I was just straightening it out. You skipped that part.
So he looks at the other guy and says, I have to pee now. And he gets out of the car and starts peeing and stuff. And then all of a sudden the car horn starts going off.
And
And
all
he's like, I'm coming, calm down, chill your horses type thing. And he,
sees the car and it's like all open, trunk,
yeah, all
hood,
open.
doors, everything. Jeez. Oh, that's the dog. I thought your nephew just threw everything on the floor there for a second.
Um, and you get used to it. See it on face like what's like
I don't have a kid yet, so I don't know.
So he closes everything up and he goes back inside the car. Cat went that way.
I was gonna say I saw Fino walk this way.
It was Vino.
It was.
I thought you said female.
No, I said Fino.
Um, and all of a sudden his friend like comes crashing into the
Windshield.
windshield, and like, he's like, "Nope, I'm out of here. Bye, peace." Actually, something does grab the friend off the
It jerks the front
yeah,
away.
yeah, and he's like, "Nope, peace." And then he keeps seeing a guy as he's driving away, and
Yeah,
like
he's
it,
gunning it.
yeah, he's booking it. And like he keeps seeing this guy on the side of the road, and I think it just keeps repeating like he's going like in a circle.
Yeah, because he sees him at least 3 times.
Yeah. And like it looks like the same spot each time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden like he looks over and there's like this all like loud noise and someone sitting inside the passenger
Yeah,
seat.
because you see him getting closer to the road, and this is where in the back. So this is my explanation for why I jumped. As I'm watching, it's like, okay, the guy's slowly towards closer to the road. I figured he would have run into the guy, like let's run over the guy. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. No, you see him in the corner, and the camera pans, and he's right there in the fucking seat. It scared the hell out of me. I wasn't
I
ready for it.
I looked over and you jumped so freaking hard at that.
Because I wasn't ready for it. I was waiting for him to run him over, not. Oh wait, he's in the car.
I was like, I'm totally talking about that one. Like
If I knew it was called The Passenger, maybe I would have expected that, but no, it doesn't tell you. It's like, holy shit, that was legit awesome.
um okay, so talking about Iron Lung, so I'm gonna go through the beats of the movie. I'm not gonna go through like every single scene, but just the typical beats. And
Yeah.
one thing I want to talk about is the descent and just like the opening in general.
Oh, the first one? The first descent?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the opening. Because this kind of starts off with,
Him talking.
yeah, him talking about just the concept and just the opening of the game. That, all of a sudden those oceans of blood and all the stars and planets have gone out and all that stuff.
What are you doing? He's playing with the fob, the thing that adjusts the seat.
Oh. We go crashing down over that.
Well, he did paw at it,
He did.
or he rubbed on it. He did something because I felt it.
Um, and like I thought that was really cool, like how it like all of a sudden opens up,
Hmm.
and then like you just see the Ion on the name of the submarine,
Yeah.
kind of like go down and kind of see like a bloody ocean type thing.
Mm.
I thought that was really cool. For visual wise, that is a really cool shot.
It is a cool shot of just dropping him in, but he didn't seem like that far away from the ocean
Yeah.
to fall.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, because so when I very first watched the movie, I just kind of assumed they were like, maybe they were on a boat or something.
I was wondering that if they're either on like a giant oil rig and just dropping them in,
Yeah,
or on a ship.
yeah.
But
Because
if
like,
they're on a ship, you wouldn't be able to drop them unless you throw them overboard. So it had to be at least like a giant oil rig standing over and just dropping them in.
it could have been like something like an oil rig, but then like, I don't know. Like that's what kind of confused me. And the game doesn't really specify it either.
Yeah.
Um, But so like anyway, the Ionon gets dropped inside the Blood Ocean, and the descent starts to happen, all of that, and
Yeah.
that's just again all really cool visuals. You see like the death meter going down, and
You see a hooded figure, but
yeah, and I love the line, um, this thing has been tested, right?
yeah, that was fun.
And it's just like this is the test.
Yeah, that was like, oh shit.
Yeah, incredible line there. All lines inside this movie are really good.
Yes.
And like, yes, it's a long movie, but I don't feel like any scene could have been cut out.
No, they kept everything in like scene for scene. Like it mine besides the camera switching, like
Yeah,
that's the only edit I've seen. I didn't see any scenes that get cut like here
yeah.
and it goes to a different scene. No, it's all continuous except for the camera angle shift. That's it.
Well, and I also love the quiet moments inside this movie. I love the moments when he was trying to figure things out.
Oh yeah, that was awesome to watch. Like the
Um,
characters like struggle and actually try to work his way out.
yeah. Like later on in the movie when he's like putting things on the wall of the Ionon,
Mm,
and like he's trying to like map things out. I was like, that is cool.
mm.
Like, because if Hollywood made this type of movie, it probably would be only an hour and a half.
Actually, now that I think about it, there was split scenes of edits. Is when he had the backflashes.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Besides that, everything
I'm
is
gonna
sync.
get into the black flashes because those also something else I
That
want to
threw
critique.
me off, to be honest.
I kind of want to critique those. So just we're gonna get there.
Okay.
Um, so
I found my back. Oh, there we go.
you good?
You heard it too, right?
I did hear it. Um, God, what was I gonna talk about? So yeah, so anyway, he's inside the Blood Ocean and he's trying to map things out with the coordinates and all of that. Again, straight from the game. Basically, the game play from the game
Mm.
takes place like within the first 10 minutes and it's done. Something else after that is like,
Pure
oh
story.
yeah, yeah. Um, jeez, my nose itches so bad. Sorry. You seem concerned. Are you concerned by any of this?
A little bit, because when you told me to come over, it's like, yeah, he's napping. This isn't napping.
Honestly, I would rather have him wake because I know we can get pretty loud sometimes.
You get what?
We can get loud sometimes, so I'm happy he's awake.
Uh, gotcha. Okay.
Um, yeah, so like the entire gameplay takes place like within the first 10 minutes, and then he finds the skull, and then he's like, well, the skull's gone now. Like, what happened to it?
Well, he did get knocked around.
He no, no, actually that's the thing that came up later. So they bring him back up because what happened? Why did they bring him back up?
They brought him back up because he found the skull, and they wanted to put the attachment on to get a sample.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Which why not have that on there in the first place?
Who knows? Who knows? I don't think they're really the best people. And the COI, so that stands for something of iron. I can't think of a first letter of that. Um, and that's when you see Jacksepticeye,
Hmm.
Sean, and like if you've seen
It
it,
took me a while to like see his face on there. Like
yeah,
you said,
that's why I point him
I
out.
know you nudged me and said like there he is. And I'm like looking. I'm like the camera angle is so off and so bad. Like
Yeah.
yes, once you see it, like up like they close up. Like yeah, that's him.
See, I didn't register at first just because I didn't fully recognize him with the beard and he had his hood up.
Oh, when he had like when you see the beard, like it's a distinctive how he has it cut.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
was like, oh yeah, that's him. But when you did the stand ups, like that could be anybody.
yeah, yeah. No, that's why I wouldn't point him out just because I knew he was
But they didn't
incredible.
show his face as much. They went to close ups of him.
Yeah, and then he's gone for the rest of the movie. I don't think he had any speaking lines either.
No, he did. He did at least 3 lines
He did? Okay.
because he responded to her, and then he complained
Oh,
about
that's right. That's right.
the Flash, and then had one more line after that, and that was it.
Yeah, that's right. He did. And you meet Ava, and so this is kind of one thing I do kind of want to critique about is Ava herself. I wanted to know more of her backstory because she had that cool looking scar like covering her face.
It was on her eye.
Yeah, on her eye, like kind of like just and it went down her eye, like went to her cheek. And like I'm like, I want to know how you got that because that's cool.
Yeah,
But they never say anything.
no.
Um,
But her character was, man, she was a bitch.
she was until the end.
She was till the end. That's when she started growing a heart or a
Yeah,
conscience. But
yeah.
man, at the very beginning, she was a bitch.
No, no, and I agree, and I think that was the whole point. But like near the end, like when she like actually saw Simon as a actual human being instead of just a
Convict.
convict. Thank you, jeez. Um, yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But I want to know more about her backstory. Like, how did you get that scar? Did you get it during the film station? Were you there when it happened?
Well,
Type
the
thing.
whole thing was taking place after the quote unquote rapture.
Yeah, but
So
like
she might have been in like some situation where it happened.
But like she could have been in the film mount station and gotten hurt there when it exploded.
True.
Like we don't know. And it could be one of those things where Mark Cloud just wanted to leave it out in the open, like have us guessing, which,
Yeah.
fine, whatever.
Because
But
there's
like
no Iron Lung too, right?
no, no.
But there
Um
was. That would be an interesting.
people were saying on the comments, the next movie will be called Iron Man 2 The Lore Update. Because that's what Mark Cloud names his second Iron Man video, the
Yeah.
Lore Update. So you just made me think of that. And he goes back down. This descent's a lot more violent.
Yeah.
He like gets thrown around in this
The
thing.
zero gravity was spot on.
Oh
Unless
yeah,
that was just like wires holding up, but like everything else flying around him was like the best part. Like you see all of his gear. Like sometimes when you see like the zero gravity drops, some things still stay on on like the
yeah,
counter or like on a flat surface. It's like okay, well that's obvious. It's a wire.
yeah.
But this one's like everything's going up,
Um, and then he also radiates like three people with the
which
camera.
which kind of threw me off because I thought he was actually taking a picture. But then it made sense of like
It
radiation of
did.
blood. Yes, that makes
Yeah,
complete sense
yeah,
because once I saw skeletons, I was like, oh, that's an X-ray.
yeah, yeah. No, it made complete sense, and I don't know if that's it's nothing said inside the game, of course. But I don't know if that's something David suggested, or anything like
Or if
that.
that was in the game.
No, I don't think so.
Because at the very beginning when they did the pictures, I thought it was just like normal, like they're showing us high quality light just to flash through the blood, and
Yeah,
that's what picks up. But no, once you see like the skeletons of when he flashes them, it's like, oh, that's clear. That's a fucking X-ray.
yeah, yeah. And
Her comeback to that was spot on. Like this, I'm sorry. You can apologize to my tumors.
no, because I know such again such good lines. I also really like the line. I just want to live. Doesn't every like it was something like
Doesn't everybody want to live?
yeah. Oh, why can't anyone just want to live? And like that's one of the things I really like in Walking Dead. Because like for the first half it's like about survival,
Yeah,
then it goes into about living.
yeah.
Not surviving the apocalypse, but living in apocalypse. And like everyone else inside the universe, inside this movie, wants to survive,
Hmm.
but he's like, no, why can't we live? Now, just one of the things that was just connecting with me. And so, he goes back inside the Flood Ocean and he's like, I love the line. I love this line too. This is going to sound made up. The skeleton's gone.
Yeah. And trying to explain all of it.
He's like, this is ridiculous, but the skeleton's gone.
It was
And,
here. I'm right here. It's not here.
and so like he starts moving forward and stuff and finds it. And um again, another comment from a video, multiple videos actually, is the Commodore says, the video game, I'm going to ram it. And inside the movie, he's like, "You want me to ram it?"
Yeah. Like, how hard do I need to go? Just go full.
And so he is ramming the skeleton, and at least we think it's a skeleton.
Well, because it makes so if you remember, we didn't know it was an X-ray,
Yeah,
but it makes sense that skeleton X-ray, you're only seeing the inside.
yeah,
But what took me a while to figure out is every time he took a picture, I was like, okay, it's a skeleton. And then he said something's up. And then I saw the detail, like, he said that something was there looking at him.
yeah.
So if you focus on the eyes of the
Oh
skull,
yeah,
they
yeah,
shifted. Because, so in prehistoric times, there's a fish that had like a really, like, nothing but a bone jaw. Its eyes were bones too. So have you ever heard of this fish?
no,
Okay, I don't remember the name of it, but
because my first thought was the Moncton. The
not Megalodon. But no, like this is like a normal small fish, but it's like whole entire head was nothing but bone to help crush and break bones. But its eyes were bones. And then so that this thing, when I saw the eyes shift like this to look at the ship, I was like, fuck.
Okay, I don't know anything about that, so that is a cool detail.
Oh no, oh here, you keep talking, I'll pull up the fish so I can show you.
Um, and so they try bringing him back up, but like something is attacking him, and we don't see it, but like we can just like hear the beeping on the console, and like the sub is shaking and stuff, and they're like cut the wire, and they cut the wire, and like
Yeah.
he crashes down. What?
The Tunkle, I don't know how to pronounce it, but see how its eyes are bone? Yeah. So this is what we're looking at. Oop, there we go.
So I don't know. Have I ever mentioned my fear of the ocean in this?
Dude, this fish isn't alive.
What's just zero?
Well,
Oh,
yes, but
screw the
when you
ocean.
zoomed in on the eye, I saw it was like pointing straight, and then it turns towards the ship. I was like, "Fuck, the thing's moving."
Yeah,
That's the only glimpse I had of like that thing's actually alive.
yeah. And so like they cut the sub, and he goes crashing down, and he gets knocked out,
Yeah.
but we don't know how long he's knocked out. I'm guessing probably like a day.
No, they said he was down for days. They didn't specify how many, but he was out for days.
But like he could have been out for like a day, and then he could have been doing all that other stuff, like to like that could have taken like 2 days to
Yeah.
like map out everything. And so like all of that's really cool. All of that was really well done.
Hmm.
Um, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. What was I? He gets knocked out. Then
Yeah.
he has to restore the power and stuff. Um, yeah.
Very awesome about how they kept all that detail into like a sub. Like going down underneath, getting the black box, pumping the generator.
I also really like that he was using the light from the camera to light up things.
Light from the camera. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah,
I was like, what are you talking? Oh, that.
yeah. Like he kept like pushing the
We
light
were we
to.
were talking about the whole detail. I thought you were talking about the light on the life preserver vest,
Oh,
and I was like thinking like, that's not a camera. Oh, big camera.
yeah. The main focus of the thing,
Yeah.
the big camera, and he just like kept pushing it. Doing things.
It looked like
And
something was moving every time it kept going off. Like you could see like a different setting.
I don't remember what scene it was. I think it was like right before they cut the cables. But like in the video game you see like that big eye.
Mhm.
I think there's a reference to that and like you see a big eye on the camera.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, okay, you saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh look, it's an eye.
Yeah.
Turn around, Simon turn.
Simon says turn.
So
There was one scene where, like, you see the thing following him. That was weird. Because it's like, which way are you going? Are you going forward or backwards?
that was after he restored the power.
I
Right.
know, but when it's chasing him, he's going forward, right? Is he going forward? Is he backing up?
I'm gonna get to that scene. Okay, I'm gonna get to that scene.
Okay.
So he restores the power. He has to go like underneath, and like he puts tape on the thing
To keep it going.
to keep it going. Again, all really cool. Sound design, amazing. All
It's
that.
funny that it kept killing off.
Um, And then like he does first aid to his arms and stuff. We don't really know what cut his arms.
Well, he remember he did fly around the ship, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it would make sense that something
yeah,
punctured him.
yeah. Um, and so he starts piloting the ship, and he like realizes he's like in some type of cave, cavern type thing.
Cave, probably.
Yeah,
Or like in somewhat of a ravine, because you don't see the roof. You only see like the walls.
no, no, but you don't really ever see the roof either.
Yeah.
I just don't think you do. So that's the scene you're thinking of. He takes a picture, or he hears a beeping, so he takes a picture, thinking it's a wall. And it's kind of a wall, but there's this ginormous creature
Mm.
right there, and he's like frozen in
I
fear.
like when he's taking pictures, shows his feet, and you see the light change, and then he stops, and then the pencil drops. It's like, oh shit, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah,
And it goes right. Yep, there it is.
like he's frozen in fear, like he presses the camera button again,
And
and
it's
like
bad.
and it's like moving away. So the iron lung was not moving at that time.
Yeah, it was him.
It was the creature.
But I'm talking about the part towards the end when like he's trying to speed away.
Oh, you're
The
talking about
camera
that
kept
part.
the camera kept going off, but it looked like the thing was chasing him. But the camera's in the front. How's he getting pictures from being chased unless he's driving backwards?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Just hold your horses, okay?
No, I don't
Um,
have any horses to hold.
no, I really like the scene where like he keeps taking a picture and the creature's like slowly backing up.
He's like, fuck.
Like I love that because like that's one really our first on-screen confirmation that there was something out there.
Yeah, the thing's alive.
Yeah, like that's really our first on-screen confirmation, and brilliantly done. So he eventually finds the SM8.
Oh, did I get you as a contagious?
He eventually finds the SM8, and the computer picks it up when he says the words SM8.
Yeah, because it's picking up the black box from the
Yeah,
other one.
and he was trying to like type in all the stuff. And were you reading any of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just told the machine, fuck you. And then it was like, password not accepted.
um, and he keeps exploring and stuff. What happened?
He started hearing voices,
Yeah,
which
voices.
I originally thought was just CO2 poisoning getting to him.
See, I did not think that.
It makes sense because he kept losing oxygen. And I can see how CO2 poisoning can cause hallucinations for a little bit.
Yes, I did not think that. I thought something was mimicking the SM8 crew and trying to get Mark to do something. Well, Simon to do something,
Yeah.
which is like kind of what happens. Now I do kind of want to talk about the scene where he's talking to the one lady on the thing. Not Ava, but someone else. I think it's just the SMA captain,
Yeah.
is what the credits said. Um, and he's like, my theory is, and this is kind of what I think happened.
Mm.
So I want to talk about the event, the Quiet Rapture.
Okay.
And I want to hear what your theory is. So in the movie, they kind of say this, and this is kind of what I think happened. I don't think all the planets and stars disappeared.
You think the world disappeared? You got teleported somewhere else, didn't you?
No, I think the space stations disappeared and got teleported somewhere else.
Ah. Okay.
And that's kind of what Simon says inside the thing. Like, he's kind of like, wouldn't that just make more sense that we disappeared and not the other way around?
See, yes, I can see the back, and also see how the world were to be a teleported somewhere else.
Maybe, maybe. I just kind of like the theory of the space stations and all of that are the ones who disappeared and lost contact with everyone else.
Yeah.
And then he's like, it happened once. It can happen again. And like, you want Simon to survive.
Maybe that's how he was dropped in. Maybe it was not like an oil rig. Maybe it was a ship that dropped him in.
It could have been.
And
But
it's
like it
just
was also
hovering.
really close. Well, yeah, see that's what throws me off. I don't know.
It could have been.
It could have been. It could have been. Because he's not on Earth.
Yeah.
He's on a blood ocean moon.
Well, that he claimed, well, that they claim, because it sounds like they think that they're on Earth. That looks, it might represent Earth, maybe.
See, I don't get that feeling.
I get the feeling that it was like they, if they were teleport, or if just the rapture was just like their world turned red kind of thing, and they don't know what happened. Like I could see that.
Maybe, maybe. So do you have any theories on the quiet rapture itself?
I mean, it makes sense if they were teleported, but when he was down there looking at shit, he's like fucking aliens,
I forgot about that line I'm
and he
having.
was like, and it was just nothing but the ship, like the ship he was looking for, and he was like fucking aliens. I was like, so this is an alien, not a rapture? What is this?
Yeah.
But then you
Um,
see somewhat of a figure, which I'm questioning, is that an alien or not? Or if that's supposed to be the rapture, like this is a sentient.
when was that?
When he was talking to somebody, and then he goes like, "Wait, you should be here. Where are you?"
Well, you're talking about the big light thing?
Not the big light eye, not the big eye, but
Not
the
the eye, the
figure.
light.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So you're talking about the big light
Yeah, because
light.
it looked like a giant V for a head, and you see the arms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that.
that's I think that's inside the game. It's like some type of light entity. We don't know what it is.
Okay.
Um, no, I don't think it's an actual person. But that seems also really well done. I know I keep saying that. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's all of it's just so well done. But I love how he's starting to question the voice.
Keep on. I'm just closing out this so that way I can
Okay,
see what
I
you
want to
got.
make sure you weren't pausing.
No, no, no. I was looking for the time and things covering it.
Um, like he's starting to question the voice, and the voice says his name.
I never told you my name.
Yeah, and he's like, "I never told you my name."
Yes, you did, and then the whole thing goes haywire.
Yeah, and he's trying to get out, and I think that's when the blood starts consuming the Iron Lung during that scene.
Yeah. What is?
No, 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 no. Sorry, no, no, no. Ignore that. Just ignored. He gets teleported somewhere, and like he stands up in blood, and he's like covered in blood, and that's when he sees like the sky opening up,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe okay, hold on. No, 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 no. I just had a thought. So the sky, he looks up and he sees the sky, right?
Mm,
Maybe that's like some type of wormhole, and that will lead you to the other side where all the planets are.
maybe.
And like there's like some type of creature that's like trying to close the wormhole or something.
Maybe. Or if it was that case, or it could be the if this was a rapture, like God and everything, then that could be not God, but like the devil is viewing him, because
Yeah,
it could be like he stepped into pretty much hell,
yeah.
and this is just the devil or whatever sentient being is like staring him down.
Could be because this all happens when he finds the light.
Yeah,
So the light has to be connected somehow to what's going on with the rapture and why everything disappeared or why they disappeared.
yeah.
Um, so anyway, he goes back into the Iron Lung and he's like, "This is the end. I'm gonna die." And then that's when Ava comes back,
Mm-hmm.
who's now semi redeemed.
Yeah, now she acts like a normal person.
Yeah. And I'm gonna before we get into the final act, I want to talk about the backstory of Simon.
Yeah, because I was still questioning what was the point of all that.
That's kind of like if I could take out anything, it would be just his backstory.
It was mostly his childhood.
Well, his childhood, but in Philmont Station itself.
Okay.
Like, yes, I understand, like, they want to connect him to the Philmont Station because, that's a big thing that's inside the game, too.
Okay. He's having a temper tantrum.
um, so, like, in the
Think he
game,
threw something.
so, so anyway, inside the game, they kind of mention that, they arrested the people in Philmont Station who tried taking it over before it was destroyed.
Yeah.
And inside the movie, they talk about, Simon being the actual one who destroys it. Excuse me. But he always says like, that isn't what happened, that's not what the plan was, and blah blah blah. So I was like, it's just right there. Um
I'm still questioning because if he had
but
nothing to do with it,
well, I think he tried stopping it,
yeah,
but they never would, like, they only say that once, but like he never says what happened.
no.
And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna have all this backstory like leading up to something, I want to know exactly what happened at the Philmont
And he
Station.
keeps saying I don't want to talk about it. He
Yeah,
keeps changing the subject.
yeah. And like I don't know, that just kind of frustrated me. So I'm like, I want to know what happened. Like, even if it's like a quick 1 minute conversation of Simon saying, um, these people were gonna plan something else. I tried stopping them, and they end up framing me. Like, just like some type of explanation on what exactly happened.
Well, if there's ever going to be a second one, they might explain it more.
I don't know how they can have a second one.
True.
Um,
Unless it's just like the first part before all of it. Like it's a prequel, not a sequel.
true, true. I could go for that. I could go for that. Um, but I don't know. That just kind of frustrated me. And then you have flashbacks and all the voices. You don't really know who the voices are.
And then you have the CO2 poisoning kicking in, and the fish
Yeah,
islands starts popping up.
yeah. Like no, I guess the CO2 poisoning. I guess that's why he's saying the voices. That makes sense. Okay.
That makes more sense for the hallucination, but
Yeah.
for
Um.
everything else, like having those like the visuals on the camera, that's not CO2 poisoning.
No, that's an actual creature
Yeah,
that's following him. So he wakes back up after he sees like the thing in the sky and like the ginormous creature. And this is why I called it Cthulhu. Not like I know it's not Cthulhu, but like it's a Cthulhu type creature. Like, it's just like some type of big entity
yeah.
that's taking things over.
If it's like a big fish, I'd say it's like a leviathan almost.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and so okay. So
It's like the tags right there.
no, I want to make sure I don't have any text
Oh,
messages. Because I'm gonna make homemade pizza, so sometimes they ask me what I want.
gotcha.
And afterwards, Simon wakes up back inside Iron and like all that was, we think, a hallucination. It could have been something trying to connect him.
A
And
telepathic link.
yes, because that's when things kind of start going weird
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, because he's questioning like everything was destroyed and now it's not destroyed.
Well, not only that, but that's when the blood starts consuming the Iron,
Hmm.
and that's when the welts start appearing on him.
Yeah.
All after that. So my theory is that something connected to him and is taking him over.
Okay. So this is when, so after you left, I was talking to Kaylee about this. So the whole scene, that scene right there, reminds me of like two different movies:
Okay.
War of the Worlds
Okay.
and Venom.
I have not seen Venom, so
So, well, have you ever seen Spider-Man 3?
no.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so in War of the Worlds, you know how when they kill people, the blood veins are spreading around the
Yeah.
earth?
Yeah.
That's what the feeling I got from this. Like, oh my God, it's like kind of War of the Worlds. The blood is progressing and growing, but also like Venom, like because it attaches to him.
True. I could see both. But like, so I think something made some type of telepathic link.
Yeah.
When he found that light, because that's when things start getting weird,
Hmm.
and that's when the blood starts, consuming the Iron itself.
Yeah.
And sorry, my nose like itches.
Well, quit scratching it.
Um,
You make me scratch my nose now.
what was I saying? So Ava contacts him again, and that's when he's like, "You do you even know my name?"
Yeah, do you even know who I am or why I'm here?
And well, not why I'm here. She knows why he's here, but she's like, no, I don't.
So
And then
yeah, you're just the executioner.
yeah, um, and he's like, don't lie to me. I know there's been others. Did you know any of them?
Yeah, because he's found notes throughout the entire.
Well, he's found notes, and he found a note inside a thing inside the Iron Lung, the video recording, and then he found the estimate.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, I know about estimate, and she's like, wait, you know about the estimate? This changes everything,
Yeah.
you know. And then she's like, I'm gonna come down there myself, and you need to go retrieve the black box, and then I'll save you.
Well, yeah, because I think what the whole point of his plan going down there was looking for the shipwreck.
Well, to download the black box of the estimate to the Ion Lung,
Yeah.
so that way they could retrieve it and know exactly what happened to it,
Uh-huh.
and figure out what they discovered and if there's a way to what the quiet rapture was. So he's like, if I do this, I get my freedom.
Yeah.
Because, that's his main goal. He wants to live, he wants his freedom. And that's when Ava finally says, you have your freedom.
Yeah.
Because during the entire like first act, she's like, if you do this, you know, um, we're gonna have to use it again,
Yeah.
basically.
Kept pushing him, saying, "No, you're not going to get free."
Yeah. And so, he goes down there and you just see all the visuals of the
Well,
blood.
it does make sense of why he kept throwing, like, getting pissed off, is because he's scared. He's the only one going down,
Oh no,
and they're
like
not
it
doing
makes
shit.
complete
Yeah,
sense.
they're not doing shit for him.
They don't care about him.
Yeah,
And then Ava finally starts to kill.
a little bit,
Quite a bit
quite a bit.
compared to what she used to be like.
Yeah,
Um and that's when Simon starts like realizing that the blood's taking over. And so he goes down there, uploads the black box to his sub, and that's when the audio starts playing.
hmm.
I don't know, were you able to catch any of that?
A little bit of it. It's a lot of the whole CO2 poisoning because he was on like low quality. But what's weird is that during all of that, while he doesn't, once he gets towards the ship, his oxygen level goes up.
Okay, so you did notice that. But if you listen to the audio,
Where's
the
different voice, three different voices talking to him.
yeah, well, not that, but in the audio of the SM8, one of the ladies, the lady who was talking to him before to tell him to go towards those corners for the light,
Yeah,
you hear her say, I told you not to drink that.
yeah,
So that means someone was drinking the blood and they saw it like transforming
probably,
or changing somehow.
maybe.
Kind of like what Simon was changing into.
So it could have been like a virus kind of planet, like if it is Earth or not Earth. So this is where I think it's like Venom,
Okay.
where like a symbiote got into their body and is just changing their DNA from the inside out.
Yeah. So like my thing is, and you know, I think the SM8 found that light and they started having the same things that Simon did.
Yeah.
Because after Simon found that light, when blood got onto him, it started like melting.
Only after with the bandage, but when it first fell in his hand, he just shook it off.
That's what I
And
mean.
but
That's
there
what I
was no
mean.
welts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm saying like after Simon found that light, that's when things started melting on him.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, when blood would fall on him, he'll just like do this and it'll be completely fine.
Yeah.
And then he got that blood spout across his face and he was completely fine.
A little bit.
Um, no, you're thinking of something else. When the blood drops on his face and like cuts him open.
No, I'm talking about the one that squirts in his eyes because his eyes turn red.
Oh, really?
There was a scene where his eyes turned red.
Okay, I didn't know
Because when
that.
he was yelling at the creature, he says, "You want me to ram you?" And his eyes turn completely red.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You gotta focus on the details.
Anyway, I've read some details
One
that
thing I love about movies is the amount of effort and craft they put in the thing.
I've known some
Like,
details you did not, so don't go there.
mm-hmm.
Don't go there. Anyway, he goes back up to Ava. Well, Saul's going back to Ava, and Ava's like, I'm sorry I couldn't get you your freedom, but this is too important.
Yeah.
And then, he takes a picture and he sees, this just ginormous creature has its jaws on Ava's ship.
No, it wasn't on Ava's ship. It was on the other submarine.
No, that was Ava's ship.
He wasn't even out of the ocean yet.
Ava was in the ocean at that point.
Oh, that was her ship?
Yeah. And the jaws that you saw?
I thought that was the other ship, like the other shipwreck that.
No.
Oh,
No. So Ava goes down into the ocean and says, meet me at these coordinates, basically.
yeah.
Or at the entrance of the tunnel the tunnel cave system he found.
Mm,
And then a creature comes to Ava and, clamps down on her ship.
okay.
And, that's when she contacts Simon saying, I'm sorry I couldn't get your freedom, but this is too important. Save the block box. And then you just hear her thing cut completely
Yeah, I
off.
remember that.
Yeah,
And
that
it
was
did
the
not click that it was her in a ship.
creature chomping down on her ship.
Okay.
Because if you remember the pictures that Simon was taking at the time,
Yeah.
you can just see the ship inside the creature's
Yeah,
mouth.
I remember that. I thought it was
Okay.
like chomping down on the wreckage,
No.
saying that you're not going to get your evidence kind of thing.
No. So that's Ava's death right there.
Okay.
And, that's when the creature starts attacking Simon's ship. And that's when things just go completely chaotic.
Uh-huh.
And like blood starts filling up the ship. It's everywhere. Simon goes down underneath and gets the block box and like ties it to the life jacket for them to find.
Yeah, because it starts to float out.
Yeah. And the scene that I know you want to talk about because you weren't expecting it.
No, I wasn't.
Um,
And I'm glad they put this in there because if you ever watch like Markiplier's videos, especially like the heist with Markiplier or the was it the space one with Markiplier? I can't remember the
I
name.
think it's just space,
Spa in space with Markiplier.
something like that. Yeah.
He doesn't put effort towards like bodily harm kind of things.
No, but he probably also didn't have the budget for those
He didn't
either.
probably have the budget for this, but the amount of work they put in this scene was awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So while Mark's like getting while Simon's getting flayed around, he touches like a pipe or
Yeah,
something.
he's touching the pipe where the blood's on. So this is where again the symbiote
Yeah.
venom thing or the
Yeah.
blood from World War II is
No.
actually something.
I see it. I see it. And the blood like starts creeping up on his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to get free. I think another one of his other hand is also
Yeah,
stuck.
he's stuck to this one first, or is no the left one first,
Yeah.
and then he got pulled up. The thing grabbed his arm and pulled it up.
Yeah, so he gets I think his right hand free, and like he's trying to get his left hand off.
Yeah, he should have done the left one first.
I don't think it mattered.
Well, if he got the left one off first, this is where it could have been. Not.
True. I'm gonna say what happens.
I'm not gonna say what happens, but I will once we get to it.
Okay. So like he's trying to get the hand free and try and pull, and like you just see the skin.
Yeah, it broke from up here.
Yeah, you
Like
just
the
see.
tear in his shirt shows like the ripping of the flesh. And the thing that's funny is if you notice, the blood vein that was crawling up his arm grabbed here and was like curling into the wound, like pulling it,
Ugh.
like trying to hook him back in.
Yeah,
He's pulling it and ripping it off.
yeah. And like you just see the look of tail on his face as he looks down and realizes he doesn't have an arm anymore.
I'm glad they show like the two bones sticking out.
I
Like,
know, like it's so incredibly well done. That got spoiled for me. I didn't know at the time it got spoiled, but I saw a behind the scene picture with Mark and talking to some guy.
mhm.
And I was looking at the picture, I'm like, okay, that's cool behind the scenes picture, whatever. And I know something. He had a black sleeve that went up to his arm and stopped right there.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, it looks like he doesn't have an arm. Like that is a black sleeve. Like it's not like his arm is behind his back or something. Like he doesn't have an arm in that
No,
picture.
so for certain scenes you have green screen, black screen, blue screen.
I know. But
But
what I'm saying is, I saw that picture
yeah,
before I saw the movie, So I already knew in my mind that Mark didn't have an arm at one point.
Hmm.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Or if I saw that, yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's a big spoil,
Yeah,
which makes sense because what they use is this is a CGI cloth. It's
yeah,
the black ones
yeah,
because that's the ones where they either have like the little white balls on there so that they can capture movement, or you have the ones that have like tinier white dots, and that's what's supposed to help like it's like a camouflage.
yeah,
So that the equipment or computer program whatever you have is able to edit this entire thing off.
yeah,
I have used that at least once when I was
yeah.
in film class, and
No,
that was
I know.
awesome.
I know what it all does. I just, I saw that and I made a connection. Like he doesn't have an arm,
Mm.
and so that kind of sucked. That I got spoiled. I didn't wasn't thinking of it during the movie, but when I saw, I was like, hey, okay, that makes sense, and I was right. I was completely right. He did not have an arm in that picture. Um,
I will admit, I wouldn't mind going back and using equipment like that again for any if I were to go into film, because I miss when. So when I did it, I had a black here and black here, so that way it looked like I was peeling the flesh off my hand.
ugh, ugh,
And it just shows the bones, and that's what was our bit. We had to do a small animation or like prove that you can actually use the equipment.
mm,
And that was mine, was just showing like the muscle, not the muscle, but the bones moving in the hand,
ugh, ugh.
and then sticking a finger through.
So, Simon ends up ramming the iron rod into the creature and like it explodes, and I think it kills the creature.
I don't know if it kills the creature or not. I remember seeing the explosions, but when you see the creature, it does not look like the photographs, which remember it's an X-ray.
Yeah, but like I think there's multiple creatures.
Maybe. But
Like,
again, remember how they said like the skull's not there. But when you see the creature, it's not a skull.
yeah, no, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. Once you find out it's not like it's an X-ray,
Yeah.
that like all of the things he was probably seeing were alive.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
again, remember I told you that the eyes shift and he goes like,
yeah,
something's looking at me.
yeah, no. And then you see the block box float up to the surface, and they come collect it.
The black box wasn't on it.
I was thinking it was like underneath, so I
No,
wasn't sure.
no, because how he had it was here's the vest, here's the little light pointing up, and the thing was on top.
Okay, so
When
maybe
the
they
thing
didn't get a
came out, it
block
was not
box.
there.
No. Okay. Well,
No, because if you look, the straps were also ripped off.
okay, I didn't see that then. It's the small stuff than I
Yes, I
do.
do. Because another small thing is when he was taking pictures, on one of the pictures when he was navigating the tunnels, you can see like the wall of the cave, and there's two wide eyes right there staring him down as he's traveling.
Did I see that? I think I saw that.
Because it was a close up of like the two
Yeah, I
wide.
think, yeah, I know. I
And you see
had to think for a second.
the faint, the crowning of the skull.
Yeah. But, anyway, like, again, I know we kind of critique some stuff, but at the same time, Mark did something that
N-
no other person has done.
No, I don't know any other. Well, yeah, I think he's the only one I would know that actually went from YouTube videos to actually making a full ass movie.
Yeah. Um,
Because I can understand doing small skits, like doing small skit
well, I mean, though,
anime
like, I'm just
animations.
thinking, like, other movies. There was Charlie. Someone named Charlie that did a movie that was in the Hunger Games movie, and he was a
No.
YouTuber.
Yeah, there are some other people that actually have done like short films, like really short films. He,
Well, not even like
Rex.
short films, but like they've been in movies, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Some
being
YouTubers.
in a movie, that's one thing, but actually producing, like, directing,
Yeah.
getting everything done, that's hard to do.
Oh, 100%. And this is an incredible, incredible movie.
Which is why I'm glad I'm bringing in my. I know I'm talking about a lot, but I know what it's like working on films. It is a lot of work, and I didn't go into it because of that amount of work, and I didn't feel like doing that much. But seeing people actually pull that off in their dreams, I kind of wish I still did it.
Maybe someday you and I will make a movie.
Dude, you want me in that hell?
You want me in that?
We could probably pull off the movie, but remember, budget, editing, all
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We don't even have the cameras for that.
I was obviously joking. I was joking.
What we could do, Paul, I do have an old camcorder, like one of those
Found
old.
footage.
Yeah, we can make a found footage
Um,
because it is one of those old like with the palm, like a very old one, not like a small little camcorder. Like
oh
this
yeah,
was the original with the VH with the original tape in it.
yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
But
I actually
I
have that shit.
I think we're going to see a shift in movies in the next few years, and you're going to see a lot more of these indie movies coming up and being a higher, not higher budget, but like higher grossing with the box office.
It'd be nice because the other movie that's coming out is
Mortuary,
the morgue one, yeah.
yeah. Um,
Which you said that wasn't around, like it's not popping up.
no, it wasn't popping up when I looked up. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and
Because if that's another indie film, that's actually pretty good.
yeah,
Because the
um,
amount of details was on that trailer.
yeah. Well, I don't know if it's an indie film, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing it next weekend
I
and
would
doing an episode on it. Now I'm gonna have to get popcorn next weekend because I kind of ate that entire bag on the way home.
too.
Like after I left your house, like I lived 3 minutes away, and I had hands full of popcorn, and I don't eat popcorn a whole lot.
There's one other YouTuber I've watched that has done like short films for like certain movies. So the movie Lights Out, have you ever seen that yet?
I kn- have I don't know if I've seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's the one where you turn off the light and there's like a woman in the dark.
Yeah, I know the movie you're talking about. I can picture like the
Yeah.
not trailer, but the poster.
Yes. So there's a woman that I follow on YouTube. She does like she does production short films for these movies. She did one for Lights Out.
Gotcha.
So have you ever seen the one where a woman's in the hallway? She turns off the lights. I think she's carrying laundry. Sees a woman in the hallway. Turns on the light. She's gone, and she's so confused. Keeps doing it. Still in the
Mm,
doorway. Turns it off. No longer gone. Turns the light on, turns it off, and the figure's right in front of her.
yeah.
Stuff like that is awesome to see. She's even done one where she thought someone was following her and turns over in her bed and there's somebody by the lamp staring her down. The light turns off.
Ooh.
Like she does a very good job at pulling off horror films.
Um. But yeah, no, I honestly think we're gonna see a shift because of this movie, and I think we're gonna see more YouTubers making movies.
I'd be happy to see a lot more YouTubers pull shit like this because with how Hollywood has been and how and I hate to say it, but they have been a lot very political.
Not even that, but like it's not
Some
original.
it's not original. They keep remaking shit.
And I say that as we're talking about a video game
No.
adaptation movie,
Making
but
it based off of like a game is a lot better than them taking the same fucking story and just shifting it.
true, true.
And and I
But like,
really do hate how they switch characters out that should not be what they put in. Like the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid in Disney. She's a fucking white redhead. You put in a black and I'm not being racist, but stick with the original.
I'm just gonna keep moving on to what I was saying before I lose my train of thought
Shut up,
again.
because I'm getting down. You got to talk about the movie. Let me talk.
Um, you're gonna agree with my point here.
Fine.
I think Hollywood has missed the market on video games. I think there's so many video games that they could make movies out of that people would love.
I think they did. I remember there have been some movies on video games. They just never took off.
Exactly.
They did it
I
on Pixels. That one was. Do you remember Adam Sandler's movie
yeah.
Pixels? That one was very well done.
Um, but the problem with video game adaptation movies is none of them are done faithfully.
No, like the
And
Minecraft movie.
the Minecraft movie, the Borderlands movie,
None of it was holding up to the game.
yeah. So I think, we're gonna see a lot more of these indie developers like, hey, there's like thousands of video games that we could make movies off of.
Yeah,
Like, do you know how many people would go see Amnesia movie?
probably a lot.
Yeah, I'll be in theaters day one for that movie.
Imagine if they did what's that one that you had me shit, fuck. Um it's the one that where I said it reminds me of Gmod.
Half-Life?
Half-Life, yeah, the one with
Oh, I would love
the
a
head.
Half-Life movie.
Imagine if they did a Half-Life one.
Oh, I would love a Half-Life movie.
That would be awesome to see.
Like, exactly. Like, and I think Hollywood has missed that.
I like when they did Resident Evil came. Was the Resident Evil game first or was it the movie first?
I think the game.
See, they did Resident Evil. If they recreated the whole video game now as a movie, it probably would be better than the ones they did. The ones that
Yeah.
they did was actually pretty good.
Well, but my problem is like none of it, like most
I mean, hell, Mortal Kombat actually turned out pretty well.
true, true. But like none of it's done as faithfully as Iron Man, I don't think.
Yeah,
Like
that's devotion.
devotion
No
and
rewriting.
devotion and knowing that in order to be successful with video game adaptations, you need to have you need to be faithful to the original content.
Yes.
Because that's all people want.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
don't want to rewrite. They don't want like certain scenes being taken out, like the story.
exactly. And like so like, I'm gonna use the amnesia for example. It's fine. Like if you just have amnesia game,
Mm.
right? And it's just taking place in a castle and it's just you can rewrite some things to make it like sound better in a movie.
Yeah.
Of course. Excuse me. Like, the sanity mechanic, that may be kind of hard to pull off inside a movie than is inside the video game.
Mm.
But like if you just like recreate that with the, castle and like the story beats of it, and like, maybe you see flashbacks with the notes instead of it just someone reading, that would do so well at the box office.
Yeah. And and again, like for games, so Minecraft was a complete waste of storyline telling because if you're gonna make a Minecraft movie, and this is where I mean, like they need to have devotion to the game. What they should have done was it just take place in the Minecraft world, nothing about the real world being tossed into this. I feel like that's what they should have stuck with.
Not only that, but make the characters look like Minecraft.
Yeah, make them. Well, some of them look like Minecraft, but some of them did. The villagers were close enough.
I meant like the actual like human
Oh
characters.
yeah, the
Like,
human characters were to shift into the blocky shape.
yeah,
Yeah, that would have been better
yeah,
than just
yeah,
having normal looking people in this Minecraft world.
yeah.
And to the other ones of get video games to movies, Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter series. I've played almost every single one.
Mm,
The one thing that I hate is I love the movie. Don't get me wrong, I do love it. I love the CGI, all the work that's been put in. I hate the writing
gotcha.
because what they should have done was actually have it in the Monster Hunter world. Like have them go through the villages, go explore, go hunt monsters, go on a quest or something. Not just like, oh, we're gonna take modern world people that it's military and toss them into this world.
Yeah,
That is nothing. That's like watching Stargate, to be honest. You ever watch Stargate?
I do. I want to rewatch it.
That's what it reminds me of. It's like taking people in the real world and just throwing them into some fucking
Yeah.
dimension.
Um, but like, so I honestly hope we see the shift. We see more of these faithful, like true faithful adaptations. Like, yes, I know Resident Evil is semi-faithful and stuff, but like actually like recreating the games to a movie sense
Yes.
and then being actually successful.
Yes. I would
And,
love to see that more.
and you could do so much.
Imagine if somebody did a movie on like Power Wash Simulator.
It could work though.
They
Like,
could work like somebody if you're that devoted to watching people do Power Wash Simulator, imagine if that was the entire
have you seen the new game? I don't know like how new, but it's a leaf picking up game.
No, I have not seen that.
There's like a yard with like 100,000 leaves, and like you have to go around picking them up. And like each leaf you pick up, like you get like a cent, and like $20 gets you like a rake, and like $10 opens up these fins that automatically go inside like the leaf disposal
I've
thing.
never seen this. But what if they did one on like the one game where you're digging a hole in your backyard?
I don't know if I know that one.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
Yeah. How about roller coasters? Um, 2, Roller Coaster
or
Simulator.
Zoo Tycoon,
Yeah.
Sims Life.
Honestly, a Sims game couldn't work.
A Sims can good work, but it's like instead that one would work better like Free Guy. You're an NPC and you're questioning like, why am I doing this? And you just go off of like what you. I mean, the moments where you're watching your sim like do their own life, and then you just interfere, and just watching them fight back would be awesome to see.
But so yeah, like I said, I hope we see more of
Why the
these.
fuck am I naked? I don't know this one. Why am I in the bedroom with you? Like stuff like that would be hilarious to see.
Yes, yes.
That would be a comedy, actually. That would definitely be a comedy movie.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Just imagine like goes through that like you're dedicated to your wife and like, oh yeah, I don't cheat. And it's like, why are you in this room with me? And it just goes to like different people that he's having kids with. Then all of a sudden there's a dog. It's like, what the fuck? I know it's a little weird and messed up, but it's kind of funny because there's a lot of potential in games in the
There
movies.
is 100%. And Mark, I think, has
By the
opened.
way, any of these ideas that we're spitting out are our ideas, so if Hollywood takes them, I'm gonna get pissed.
Anyway, um, I think Mark has opened up the door.
Oh yeah, he has progressed a lot over the years, and I would not be surprised if he opened the door to like every other YouTuber that's in the film production just goes and does this.
I kind of thinking about this just while we were recording. There's this game. It's called Maelstrom or something. That Mark plays, and it takes place on a ship that's like stuck out at sea, and you're like the only one on the ship. And there's like some type of monster on board, and like you have to go around the ship avoiding the monster. And like if you make sound, he could easily heal you, and like run up and kill you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it's called.
Monster or something.
Is it?
Oh, come on.
What's that one game that you were playing that one time where
Choo Choo Charles?
well, Shooting Charles would be an awesome movie.
It would be.
But no,
Eh,
it's the one where you're up in space. I think you're like some robot or something, but you have like this weird helmet.
Prey?
Is that what it's called? And like these people with like the long ass arms.
Prey would make a
Prey
fantastic
would be a
movie.
nice one to watch.
We need to do an episode on Prey soon.
But imagine if that was a movie. Even though it
Come
kind of
on.
looked like Resident Evil, but that would be a good one.
No, it would be a fantastic one.
But Choo Choo Charles, dear Lord, that would be nightmare fuel. But that would be awesome to watch.
Your wife would never,
She would
never.
never go see that.
She
I
would.
would buy that movie instantly to watch it.
What?
And the adaptations that people make of like Thomas the Train being part of that series makes it like, holy shit, this would be awesome if this was a crossover. Imagine if they recreated Thomas the Train into like a horror movie.
I can't find this one. Monster DNA. That's not what I want. Some of these I've never seen before.
Would you find it?
Yes,
What is it called?
Maelstrom, I think.
Hey, Monstrum.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, that's it.
That's an old Markiplier.
Yeah, but like I could see Mark making a movie out of that.
Yeah.
Like, like he could make it work.
I'm trying to
But,
think of other games that would work for movies, but Choo Choo Charles actually stands out because that would be. Could you
um,
imagine?
I would like to see a Subnautica movie.
That would even be a better one too. Having a Subnautica movie.
Yeah, yeah, Subnautica could easily.
Dude, you would not be able to last watching that. I could tell. You see the Leviathan or the yeah, the Leviathan or
I
the
would
Reaper.
love it.
The Reaper would scare the hell out of you.
It so much. I would love it so much, but I would also hate at the same time. Um, like you said, Half Life would make a good one.
Half-Life would be a nice one.
Um, I'm trying to think of other games. Prey would be
A GTA game would actually be interesting.
that would be.
Like GTA 5 in general, if they made that into a movie instead of having to go play play it all. But that was a movie, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah, no. Um, no, I think that would be a good one. I'm blanking out on so many video games right now. Um, why can't I think of video games on top of my head right now? Oh, this is bad. I can't think of video games.
Um,
I'm drawing a blank on video games right now.
I'm trying to remember the ones that I have. And I listen to most of the ones that I play. Um,
And I've talked about the
oh,
ones.
he's throwing a fit.
I've talked about like the ones I played recently.
Hmm.
But like Halo had the TV adaptation that didn't do too well.
No,
I've only seen one episode. I really need to just sit
if
down
they
and
had
watch it.
if they had Black Ops,
That could work. I don't know how successful it'd be, but like that could work if done right.
if they did COD,
Yeah, yeah. Battlefield.
Battlefield would be interesting.
Um,
But imagine if they did one based on the zombie rounds.
what was that one movie we saw that I looked at? It was like we are 100% saying that. It was a
It was probably the
zombie.
one that you walked in.
It was yeah. It was
It
one,
was okay, so it wasn't zombie, it was a bacteria.
but it's still zombie
It's
enough.
zombie enough. But what's funny is the whole deer in that entire preview.
That deal just went into the elevator. What was that movie? Crap.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about because in the clip, all we see is a deer and it's affected and it bones break in and all of a sudden walks into an elevator and rides the elevator.
Um,
There's a lot of movies that are coming out this year that are awesome that I would not mind seeing.
um, no, I don't want AI miles coming horror movies. What was that movie?
Here, let me see. I could probably just point it out.
Evil Dead Bone would be one to watch. Scary movie. We need to go see that one in theaters.
The fact that they're doing that. Dude, Terrifier 4.
Is that coming in 2026?
It doesn't have a date underneath, but that's Terrifier 4.
Okay. I know you're gonna drag me to see that one.
Cold storage right there.
Code Shorts. Okay. When is this coming out?
It's coming up this year.
Yeah.
In November, I think, if I remember correctly.
There's already ratings on it though, so that's what I'm confused about.
It might be out, but I thought
Oh,
that.
February 13th, next week.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. But there's a few other movies that when you walked away to go get your refill, there was a lot more other horror movies, which were actually pretty good.
I know they're making one about Frankenstein Bride.
Yeah, that was good. I
That
thought it was be like another stupid movie, but then when they start tying it, like getting more like Bonnie and Clyde, I was like, this is awesome.
I go, Coach George. Uh,
My brother would probably go and see the could be because the main character guy is from Stranger Things, and
yeah.
my brother loves him.
Oh, it's only 7:45 p.m. That's only time right now. So, and it's only at AMC 12.
Uh,
So, I mean, if you want to go see it, I'm more than happy to go see that one if we can't go see the mortuary
Liam
assistant.
Neeson's in it, which is actually pretty cool.
I couldn't think of who that was. I was like, I know you. I like you. I can't think of who you are.
Dude, it's Qui-Gon Jinn. It's Liam Neeson. Come on.
I, I, I could not for the life of me think about who that was. And then I got distracted because I saw Joe Kinney, I think is how you pronounce it, from Stranger Things. I was like, that's cool. He's in there. Like I recognize him now because he had different color hair, so I
Yeah,
didn't
his
recognize him
dyed
immediately.
blonde and more curly.
Yeah. And then like Liam Neeson came up, and I was just still stuck on the fact that it was.
Oh, you're just watching that entire. It's a comedy zombie bacteria movie. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what's the one game that turned to a show that we you made me watch? The Last of Us.
Okay. It's like, what are you talking
Which, to
about?
be honest, I didn't really. it started going weird.
Yeah, yeah,
It was good at the first few, like the amount of like horror, the clickers, all that,
yeah.
and then it just started going weird.
The video game was better.
Yeah,
At least the first one. The second one, I want to talk about. Um, I need to finish that one too. Jeez. But yeah, so hopefully we see more of these coming up.
fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that we start seeing more.
And I want it to be indie. I don't want big studios.
No, because it'll definitely ruin it.
Exactly. Like I think big studios would try making their own ideas and
Making it,
changing
yeah,
it too
make it
much.
look like bullshit.
Well, just changing it too much, changing the storyline because that's I like the Borderlands movie, but it's not Borderlands.
Yeah.
Like if that makes sense.
Oh, I know. My cousin is a big Borderlands fan, and I asked him about it, and he said he didn't really, it didn't line up.
Like it's a good movie. It's just not Borderlands movie.
Yeah.
Which means I need to rewatch that. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else. If you had to rate this movie,
Oh, I'm giving him a straight 10 out of 10 on this.
okay, fail. After rewatching it, I'm gonna do 8 out of 10.
He was an 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Why the -2? Just curious.
Um, I think some of the sound editing could be fixed.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Because there was just some stuff I could not hear or understand. I think we had it better than other because I know some people
We
like
were
said,
under a speaker though.
yeah. Well, I think like even our theater was better than other theaters because I know there was some people that said like I couldn't understand a word that was said during this.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why I think just some of the music was a little too overbearing.
Okay.
Good music. I just think it needed to be a little bit quieter.
Need to be more balanced.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's your other reason?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
One of the other things I've seen before we were watching it is there's a woman com there's a lot of people that were complaining like you put us through this hell of watching this movie and you want to do this calm outro. And it's like, dude, there's no reason to complain. This is a great movie.
Calm outro. Like the credits?
This outro, they claim that the outro to the movie was calm versus
You mean when the scene like I'm trying to think of like what they think about the outro if they're talking about the credits?
yeah, the credits.
Okay. Well,
They're saying that the whole show, the whole movie was just nothing but like horror,
that crazy.
crazy, terrifying, and then the outro's all calm.
I don't think that was calm. I thought that was a great outro.
I know. I was like, what's the complaint about it?
Like that was really well done.
Yeah. Everything had the beginning, middle, and the build up. Everything was there.
Yeah. No. Um what was my other critiques?
If I had to give it a critique, I'd say if it wasn't if the camera shots were more focused like they were for the hands.
Yeah, there was one time like Simon was completely blurry. I think it was the camera was focusing mainly on the speaker.
But they
Like
did keep it that way.
yeah. Yeah. Um
If the camera quality kept up with like how it was on his hands, like that crystal clear,
yeah.
that's my only critique is if they kept that because otherwise it looks like you're just shooting from a basic camera or phone.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the high school Markiplier all over again. Which I kind of felt at the very beginning. Like it felt like it was just another YouTube video, but then the camera quality picked up and it started looking a lot better.
One thing I do want to say, like, you kind of see Mark getting more comfortable into acting with
Yeah.
this. Like at the beginning, it did not
Well,
look
there
good.
had to be multiple retakes for him to actually get it to where he enjoys it.
Yeah. But like for me, like his acting didn't really start picking up until he was like in talking to the COI people.
Yeah, when he started talking more calmly, like having a conversation. But at the
Yeah.
very beginning, he's just one line here, and
Yeah.
it's just like you're obviously reading off a script. You're not calm. You're not putting in the character.
Yeah. So I think once like he got put back up into the ship or wherever he was in, I think that's when he got more comfortable and like it started feeling more natural to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt like that.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Which is fine. Like this is obviously his first major film.
And he did very well on it.
Oh no, he did, and like honestly, that was like 20 minutes,
Yeah,
if that, between like the beginning and that, and it still wasn't bad acting. Actually, way worse acting.
yeah,
We both have.
yeah. There are definitely other movies that have come out where there's acting that's so bad, but
Yeah.
I understand like first movie. Well,
No, and
technically not his first movie because he's done the other YouTube videos.
I said first major movie.
First major movie, yes, I can see like the struggles of making yourself into a character.
Yeah.
Yes, it is difficult. I've read scripts and it's not easy.
And for me, it was easy to not see Mark and to see Simon.
Yeah, if they put more like makeup or like details onto his face, like the woman with the eye.
No, I said that the wrong way. For me, it was easy to see Simon and not Mark.
No, I kept seeing Mark. Every time
Um,
I was like, Mark's just being Mark. But if they put like makeup on him and made him look like not Markiplier,
yeah.
that would have made me believe more like this is a different character. But I can understand like keeping him original so that way everyone knows that's him.
But like I think it was like you felt for Simon. Like, you felt bad that he was inside that
Yeah,
situation and that, he
only the
never died at the end.
only the character's backstory and how he acted and
That was
presented.
the other critique, the backstory. That was the other point.
But still, all that building up the character, yes, you start understanding like this is Simon. But
Yeah.
I still see if you
Yeah.
had different facial or graphic effects on him to make him look more of a Simon, not like there's a distinct look. I mean, like the character had to have some distinct features.
Maybe if they gave him like a little scar or something.
Not only that, but like something.
Yeah. Maybe like instead of like Ava having a scar, he had the scar across his face.
Yeah, that or like some evidence like this is a man that's been through shit.
Yeah.
That's why he's here. Otherwise, he looks like a plain person claiming to have a criminal background.
But at the same time, that makes it interesting too, just to have like this ordinary person
He looked very ordinary.
and like, just to have him be thrown inside this awful, awful situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is the Graveyard Shift. Go to idiots.co. Good night, everyone.
Good night.